G'day guys, Aussie FIFA HD and welcome back to episode number 60 of the Road to Glory / Goat to Glory on my channel. How are we doing today? I am glad to be back in front of you guys with another RTG episode. This is the next 5 games after the first 5 games that I showed you in the last episode of episode number 59. Now lads, you're also going to see from the title, we got ourselves another icon, and let me just tell you, it was a Rage by icon, and I believe I bought that icon, the one that you're going to see at the end of this episode, at around game 17 or 18. So I had already used up Blanc as my centre back, so I needed another icon centre back, or at least a centre back or an icon, a defensive icon that would do the work for me in the defensive line. So you're going to see what player I do buy at the end of this episode. But before we jump into that, and before you see who we get, can we drop a like on this episode? That would be absolutely amazing. Can we smash 20 likes? As always, that would be fantastic, lads. And also chuck your comments down below, your questions and whatever you want to ask or whatever, and I'll be able to answer them in the next episode. But jump into these comments as you see the gameplay play in the background. You know, there's quite a few comments here actually to get through. So, Master Oz says, nice video, Aussie, keep it up. Well, thank you, Aussie, Master Oz. I do appreciate it, my friend, and yeah, a long time viewer of the channel. You know, thank you so much. Orion R11, also another long time viewer and a long time supporter of this channel, says keep it up with a love heart. Well, thank you so much, my friend. I do appreciate it. Now, also, in this episode, I'm going to go back to a comment that I had two episodes ago from a guy. I can't remember his name. I'm going to check it out in just a second. It's a very valid point, and I really do want to get my expressions out about the comment. But Tom Riddle says, if you want Blanc, I recommend you getting the 89, as there is not much difference in stats, and he is tradable. And yes, you're 100% right. I think it would be a fantastic addition to the squad. Would I get him for, say, 900,000 coins? I don't know. I'm not sure if he's worth that much. As I said in the last episode, you know, I think 500 to 600,000 coins would be worth a suitable amount for that centre back Blanc card, because I do believe he's a fantastic centre back but like, in a general sense, I didn't notice much difference from Bailly. Yes, Blanc made those extra tackles. Yes, he was more clinical. And what I found about Blanc is he was very clinical and very clean in the way he tackled. He just seemed to come out of tackles very cleanly and not sort of scrappy, if you know what I mean. Like, he didn't lose the ball when he tackled. When he tackled the ball, it was straight into his feet. He had possession of it, which I can pass to an attacker or a midfielder. And that's what I liked about Blanc, is how composed he was, how clean in the tackles he was, and that's why I loved him so much. And he just, I don't know, it's something about Blanc that's different to Bailly or Koscielny or Inform Azpilicueta that you might get from those cards. It's just something different in Blanc that you don't get in a normal centre-back card, and that's what I like about him. But I don't think he's worth 800 to 900,000 coins for what you get for him. I think I would rather save up for Tim Lee Ramos if I was going to pay that much for a centre-back. However, in the future, you never know, we might have a spare 800 to 900,000 coins laying around. We might pick up the 89. Rahowa says, awesome video, ever do a Fortnite video? Yes man, I might do in the future, I'm not sure, you know, maybe towards the end of FIFA 18. I do know from last year in FIFA 17, it was dead. You guys disappeared, and I can't blame you. FIFA 18 or FIFA 17 last year got boring at the end. You guys disappeared for the last 2 months of the game, and I can't blame you, as I said, but that might be when I might do different type of content on the channel. Not now, because FIFA is still relatively alive. I know a lot of people are sick of it. A lot of people are just giving up on FIFA because it's just so repetitive. It's so depressing. Foot Champions getting so just mind-boggling, and just Foot Champions really does put a lot of stress on yourself for no good reason, you know. And what are rewards going to do to you? They're absolutely nothing. And I was watching the Panthers' video the other day, and he said, you know, these days I don't feel like playing Foot Champions simply because I get 100,000 coins to 200,000 coins a week. What's that going to do to my squad? It's going to maybe impact it a tiny bit, or I'm going to have to save up. And he said, you know, if I want a card for 1 million coins, which the only step here is above, and the only step he said was probably the next upgrade will be 1 million coins. He said, I have to save for that, and that's 5 weeks of Foot Champions playing. That it's just unnecessary to play that much and to get just 100 to 200,000 coins just to upgrade your team a slight bit. And I understand 100% what he's saying there, and it's not a case for me. I like to play Foot Champions. It's a challenge for myself. I want to get top 100 for you guys and for you guys to enjoy the rewards. But just in general, I think people don't people have a right to stop, I think, and they have an argument. They have a valid argument to stop because FIFA is getting deader and deader every time, and I believe FUT Champions has ruined FIFA 18 a little bit. I know it's a very good game mode, I know it's very competitive, and I know that you know, it's brought a lot of good it's brought a good vibe to the actual community because of the esports that's in it. I just think it needs improving, and I think FIFA 19 should be definitely a game that has a different format of FUT Champions in it. In fact, that's the comment that I meant to go back about, is what I think should have changed in FIFA 19. So I'll check that comment out from a couple episodes ago in just a moment, but I'll get through these first. Stephen Griffin says, awesome video as usual. I look forward to playing Fortnite with you. So do I, my friend, likewise. And when I said I'm not going to upload Fortnite until the last 2 months of FIFA, doesn't mean I'm not going to play. I will play with you guys. If you want to play with me, add me Aussie FIFA HD on PSN, we'll be able to play. And if you're on PC, I believe there's a way of cross-platform between PC and PS4. Not between Xbox and PC, but between PC and PS4. So if you have PC, don't stress, I think there's a way of doing it. But if you do want to play with me, add me Aussie FIFA HD on PSN. Alex Mill again says, no, great video as per usual. Team is looking good. It is looking good, my friend. And you're going to see I do purchase this icon at the end of this episode. I do later on sell him. It was more of a rage buy of this icon because I did lose my last game in this first 10 games of the weekend league, so it was more of a rage buy, but at the same time it was more of a replacement for Blanc because I like Blanc so much that I thought, well, if I can get this centre back icon, he's obviously going to be around the same sort of I don't know, skill as Blanc, or same sort of card as Blanc, but he wasn't. I sold him in the end because he was nowhere near as good. And I was surprised, to be honest, because it's a good centre back card that I got for the position, but yeah, he wasn't as good as Blanc, so that was a bit disappointing. And Sanchez says, great video as always, a love heart. Well, to all of you who said that in that video, thank you so much. And to all of you who chuck your comments and ask your questions, thank you so much again. I do appreciate it, and remember to chuck your questions and comments down below. I'll be sure to answer them in the next episode. But to jump into that comment that I said I would save for this episode, if I can just get that up now, and I believe my friend who did actually do this comment was a new viewer. I hadn't seen your gamer tag, well, not gamer tag. I hadn't seen your YouTube name before, and so I thought, well, this guy's new, so I may as well enter this in a different video. If it will just load up, geez, my internet's slow at the moment, it's raining. I think some thunderstorms have an issue there. So where is this comment? I do apologise for this. So Crazer HD says, what would you like to see improved and changed for FIFA 19? Keep up the great content for us. Well, thank you so much first of all for the kind words, Crazer HD. I do appreciate it, and for all of you who come to the channel, subscribe, and to all of you who are new to the channel, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hopefully many more years to come, and thanks for your support. But to answer your question, as I was saying before, FUT Champions needs a massive rework, I just think, you know, there's no need to play FUT Champions these days unless you're a pro. Simply, it's just as simple as that, because people these days have a great team. If you play hard for the first 1 or 2 months, you can get yourself a super team that will last you the rest of FIFA 18. I'm at that point now. I've got 5 legends, or 5 icons in my squad. I've got inform cards. I've got 1 to watch Mbappe in my squad. This is an RTG squad that it's been created from nothing, lads, nothing. And that's what, well, we did do that Go to Glory series, but despite that, it's been created through nothing other than playing FUT Champions and winning drafts. I can't stress to you enough how much FUT Champions needs to be reworked, because it's just getting too repetitive and people are getting sick of the game. No wonder Fortnite is blowing up, because people are coming from FIFA and going to play Fortnite simply because there's something new every single week. They bring out a new game mode. I know today they brought out a new game mode where you can only collect legendary weapons in the game, in the actual thing. So you know, the legendary rocket launchers, legendary snipers, and they're the only guns that actually spawn. So you got this fun game mode that's new and fresh, and I think that's going to be fantastic for the game. FIFA 18, it just is repetitive. It's the same weekend league, it's the same competitive DKTs that you just have to enter, or it's the same divisions. Divisions hasn't changed. Rewards for divisions haven't been reworked when they should have been. You know, 15,000 coins, who's going to play Division 1 to win 15,000 coins? Who's going to go through that stress to win that many coins when you can go to FUT Champions and play, you know, 10 games and get yourself 50,000 coins. But then again, who wants to play FUT Champions anyway? So you don't want to play Divisions, you then don't want to play FUT Champions, even though it's better to play FUT Champions over Divisions. So what can you do in the game? You got Draft. Well, Draft, I will tell you now, I've won around 50 entries out of my 70 entries that I've entered. So I've won 50 out of 70 entries that I've entered in the Draft. I will tell you, my best player is Luka Modric out of those packs. Those packs are dreadful that much that they need reworking, just like the FUT Champions and just like Divisions rewards. It is ridiculous. EA need to change something. I do think what this year will bring back, I do think what will refuel FIFA 18 is definitely the World Cup game mode in this year, because obviously there's going to be a fresh game, and as you've seen, lads, as I will continue here, but as you've seen, we did buy Maldini for 450,000 coins. I was very happy with that purchase. I did place a bid on him that I did indeed win him for, and he went straight into that centre back squad on 7 chemistry. Now you're going to see I sold him later on. I didn't enjoy him, and that was a rage buy. I will admit that was a rage buy, that was a rage purchase, and it was a rage sell after that. After I realised, you know, Blanc is way better than left back Maldini. I'm not saying the centre back is worse, is better. Sorry, I'm not saying that the centre back Blanc is better than the centre back Maldini. What I'm saying is Blanc was definitely more solid than this left back Maldini, despite the stats. Look, 87 pace, 90 defending, 78 physical. You look at that card and you think, wow, what a centre back he would be. No, lads, he just didn't seem like he was meant for that position. I did play him at left back a bit, and he seemed like he was better in his actual prime position, which was the left back card. So that was a rage buy. However, to continue, I do think the World Cup game mode will definitely bring some light, some refuel. It will refuel FIFA 18, and in general, to answer your question, Tracer, I just think it needs a whole rework with most of the reward systems. It needs reworking with FUT Champions rewards. It needs reworking with Divisions rewards. Who's going to play 10 games in a row to get 15,000 coins? I know I'm not. I've played Division 1 once and I got so sick of it. Drafts need reworking rewards, because when you play draft and you win it, you get maybe 45 to 50,000 coins worth of packs back. But lads, you barely get anything in them, because the pack weight in this year is dreadful. Have you seen how many FIFA points FIFA YouTubers have opened and got no Team of the Years? Nepenthes struggled to get a Team of the Year out of the like 10 to 20 to 30,000 FIFA points that he paid for, which is like 3 to 4 to 5,000 pounds in UK. EA are ripping people off, I believe, in my opinion. And in my opinion, it needs reworking. Reward system just needs reworking in every single game mode. Draft, Divisions, and FUT Champions. But lads, I'm going to stop bickering, I'm going to stop complaining. I'm going to end on a high note here. We did well in this weekend league. I can't wait to show you what we got in tomorrow's episode. Also, the rewards this Thursday or Friday, whatever day you are watching them on, are going to be fantastic because of the rank that we got. So I can't wait to bring you guys them. But lads, that's going to be it. That's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Can we smash 20 likes again? That would be absolutely amazing. Subscribe. My elbow is really hurting now. So subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, I'll be sure to see you guys in tomorrow's episode. I'm out, guys. Have a good day and peace.